The following program is rated TV MA for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's the Pete Holmes Show!
Thank you so much. If I just stand here, will you keep applauding? Thank you. What if I just ascended to heaven? That's all he was waiting for. We clapped and clapped, then he ascended to the heavens. Wonderful to be here. Before we get to the monologue, I wanted to share this. I live in an apartment building with extremely thin floors. Anybody relate to that? I mean, my downstairs neighbor sneezes. No joke. I say, God bless you. He never says thank you. But I don't. He hears me. He hears me. And this is something I heard recently. It's kind of a weird way to start the show. But I recently heard my downstairs neighbor, who's about my age, refer to his erection. Sorry. So a lot of you were like, we're going to sit this one out. I heard him through the floor refer to his erection as a hard-on. This is the premise, and a lot of you are real icy on it. I heard him go, babe, I'm so sorry. That back scratch you gave me a hard-on. A real man in 2014 said hard-on. Hard-on! No! Boner! Boner! It's not a hard-on. What is this, a 1970 sex ed video? And you got a hard-on and you put it in the ladies' quim. That's not... Nobody liked quim. A lot of you have never heard it before and then decided it was offensive. Good to be here. So this is interesting. A lot of my friends have been pushing me to watch the Game of Thrones. We have some Game of Thrones fans here. Yeah. I love boobs, too. Boobs and swords, mystery. I get it. It's obviously a great show. I don't watch it. But here's why. It's not because of the show. It's because of me. It's my fault. The show's too big. Too much. And this, too small. No room. I can't fit it all in there. I don't have the RAM right now. You understand? It's a big undertaking to start watching a new TV show because you're not just watching it. You're building a new relationship with it. Does that make sense? It's like a girlfriend. She's the main character, but then there are all the supporting characters, her favorite locations, her multiple complicated storylines. And you're expected to remember all of it. She gets mad, like, how can you not remember my friend Rebecca from that one scene in season 1? I guess tonight's episode won't have nudity or adult themes. Too much is expected with today's television. Game of Thrones, it was a lot. Got to study maps. Got to be familiar with a whole slew of spells. Multiple kingdoms. Kingdoms, as in plural, as in way too many. I can't even find my way around Massachusetts. And I'm from there. I need a GPS to drive from my grammar school to my childhood home, but you want me to remember where Castle Blood is in relation to Icecrest? Can't do it, Dinklage. Not his character's name, him. Like Peter Dinklage's home, like, hey. I always have a hard time watching The Wire, too. One of my favorite shows, The Wire, but I had a hard time with it. You know why? How many characters are on that show? 300, 400? Sometimes I didn't even know who they were until they got killed. Finally, I'd put it together. I'd be like, oh, a cop shot that guy, so he's like a bad one. He's a bad guy. But wait, a cop shot that other cop. F everything. I can't handle it. I can only retain the information for 2 shows at a time, 2.5 tops. Right now, between True Detective and Mad Men, I got like 4,000 fake people in my mental Rolodex. 4,000. That means the fake people are far outweighing the real people. In fact, I'll erase real people just to make room for whoever Draper's boning. In fact, I sometimes get relieved if somebody dies, like when somebody would get murdered on like Breaking Bad, I'd be relieved. I'd be like, looks like I do have room to remember the name of my barista. It's the same thing with movies, too. Harry Potter, too big. Too much. What, do I work for you? If you can watch the Harry Potter films and actually remember the who, the what, the where of the Voldemort's how, why, and whatever, congratulations, you're a lunatic. Right? When I watch Harry Potter, I'm completely out of my depth. I have to diagram what's happening on my wall like I'm the guy from A Beautiful Mind. I got pieces of string from one picture to another connecting Ron Weasley to Neville Longbottom. I think I'm starting to get this children's literature. Lord of the Rings, too. I love it, but it's a bit much. Hobbits, goblins, orcs, elves, dwarves, you lost me. They all got the same ears. They're the same thing to me. I feel like sometimes I need an assistant, like the president at a cocktail party. You know what I mean? Next to me, like, this is Frodo Baggins. He's from the Shire. Yes, sir. He's the one who threw the ring into the fire of Mount Doom. And he comes up, I can be like, Frodo! Good to see ya. How was the journey to Mount Doom? Who the was that? What I'm saying is entertainment used to be simple. It used to be like The Cosby Show. Remember The Cosby Show? That was easy. The Cosby Show. Sure. In case you're unfamiliar, I'll catch you up to speed in a brief moment. There's a show about a bunch of Cosbys, starring Bill Cosby, called The Cosby Show. That's it. You get it. You could watch any episode and be right on board. Same with Cheers. You could jump into Cheers at any point and know immediately what was going on. Just like, oh, okay, there's a bar, there's a good-looking guy, there's a fat guy, a dumb guy, and a mailman. Let's do this. We got a great show, everybody, and it's a simple-ass show. It's called The Pete Holmes Show. I'm Pete Holmes. You're right there. Stick around. My raw food friend David Wolfe is here when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. So I'm so happy to introduce Joe DeRosa. Everyone, this is Joe DeRosa. Joe is one of our wonderful writers here at the Pete Holmes Show. He's also one of my best friends in the world. And we've also been doing stand-up together for a very long time. We've been doing this segment. I guess we wouldn't have even called it a segment back in the day. A bit?
Yeah, routine.
We did a routine. We started in vaudeville and would do routines on empty rail cars for hobos. And this is actually something we've done many times over the years through New York and LA. And it's basically about the product, I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. Do you guys remember? Let's take a look at that. Yeah, sure. There it is. One guy like, what's that you say? I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, popular product, and one of our favorite products to make fun of, because it's the only thing you see out there that the name of the product is like a snippet of a conversation you'd have about the product. You know what I mean? You're at breakfast, you're eating it, you're like, oh, that's not butter. What's that? I honestly can't believe it's not butter. And they were like, perfect, and they put it on the carton, and that's the product.
Right, yeah. So we always thought that they should have released more products that you know, continued the conversation, you know, by their names or whatever.
Sure.
So like this one. Really? This isn't butter? That's weird. It tastes like butter, like a lot. There it is. There it is.
We're doing it.
We're
doing the bit. We imagine the next one to be...
Sorry. I'm kidding.
Come on, bro. If this isn't butter, just level with me right now before I go to work. I can't be thinking about this all day.
Here's a good one. Seriously, I'm not f***ing around here. You need to tell me clearly and directly what the f*** this is. What do you think this is, a f***ing game? Fine. It's not butter. Well, then what the is it then? And, good. Very long.
That is the long one.
Very long for the shopping list.
Next one is, you know, I know what it is. I do. I figured it out. Come on, stop being a dick and just tell me. I wouldn't do this to you. See, it has long pause on there. It has stage direction. Long pause.
Here's one. Oh, two can play at this game. So I'm not eating butter? Okay. Well, guess what? The stuff I fed you wasn't bacon.
Good. And finally, this is the last one. F you, it's clearly butter. Spray. That one's a spray. I can't believe we did it. Joe!
We did it. Thank you, buddy.
Joe DeRose, everybody, my best friend forever. When we come back, I'll be talking with raw food expert David Wolfe and Foraging LA for Food. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So this is a lot of fun. Recently, I got to sit down with raw foodist and best-selling author David Wolfe, a super, super weird, and I mean that in the good way, hippie man. He took me to Griffith Park to show me all the things in nature that you can eat and drink. That's real. I survived. I'm here. Take a look.
This is a huge thrill for me. This is one of my favorite people. This is David Wolfe, raw food enthusiast, nutrition expert, and just like one of the weirdest and strangest hippie dippy, what do you want me to say? Hippie dips?
Hippie dippy trippy dudes.
Just for people watching, David Wolfe has plugged me into some of the weirdest and most wild stuff that I'm basically high on all day.
I brought you back a very special chocolate made by a friend of mine in Cusco, Peru, and you can see right there, everybody, look at that. You can see some green powder that's in that chocolate.
And it is?
Coca.
Cocaine?
No.
But this is the whole plant.
This is the whole plant. You need actually about 3 trash bags full of that material, that green coca powder, in order to make 1 line of cocaine.
Really?
Yeah.
This is delicious.
Isn't that good?
Yeah. But is this legal?
No. That's why we're eating it.
Destroy the evidence, man. We gotta eat this shit before the knocks get here, man. What else have you got?
Okay. I brought
Come on,
some
man.
honey.
Come on. What is this? Ormus.
He's been asking me, literally begging me about ormus. This is the discovery of ormus, that there's minerals in the environment that don't fit into the periodic table of the elements. That's the discovery. Whoa. And that's a major discovery. But what I did is I actually took a gold coin and we stripped out the impurities and we pushed it back into this form.
I'm like a baby bird.
This is LSD.
In Prep, we can't sing that song. One thing we're going to do is we're going to go around the park here. This is a Los Angeles park, and we're going to go around, and David, who's a good forager, is going to forage for anything we can possibly eat along the way, and maybe we'll even find some weird water that we can drink, and maybe I'll die.
Food is a very touchy subject, like religion, politics.
It is.
This is an elderberry right here, and it's actually a toxic plant, except its berries, and just the berries, not any part of the stem, are edible.
Is that FDA approved?
It is definitely not FDA approved.
You told me you had a friend named Raw.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you go by avocado.
I go by avocado.
Do you have a friend named Kale?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, his name was Caleb, and we just shortened it to Kale.
You son of a bitch. Didn't your website used to sell ant juice?
Yeah. Ant is the highest food in the world in zinc.
Suck it, guys not eating ants.
This is an invasive species from Chile called Nicotiana glauca. It's a tobacco.
Put that in your pipe and smoke. Put that in your pipe and smoke. Okay, we're going to play a game called Would You Eat? I want to see how hardcore you are.
Okay.
Goji berries.
Yes.
Goji berries, but I didn't wash them.
Yes.
Goji berries, but I didn't wash them, but they're not organic.
No.
Okay. Goji berries, they are organic. I did wash them.
Yes. Okay.
But I washed them in tap water.
Ooh, no. You think, well, you can't eat this grass, can you? And the answer is yes, you can. And actually, that's better for you than wheatgrass. And it tastes good.
I ripped off the dirty part. Look, I'm a cow.
Instead of doing like wheatgrass that you're growing, you come out here and you get the wild grass juice. Drink that and you will be high for 12 to 14 hours. Like best time ever, rolling around on the floor giggling.
Free.
Yeah, totally free. And good for you.
It is a lot of trial and error. You eat it, you see how it tastes, you see how it feels, and then 6 hours later you see what it did. It's what we call the great poop experiment. Do you smoke weed? You seem like you don't smoke weed. Yeah. But you're a hippie.
Dude, I'm so glad we're watching this show right now.
SpongeBob?
Pete Holmes Show.
Well, we don't want to offend most of our audience because that is a good impression of them. I know this is a silly question, but would you consider this organic? Because it's just this like, this dirt is naturally occurring, right?
Yeah. God made dirt, dirt don't hurt.
Preach it. Let's play Mary Kill, but with food. Raw chocolate, goji berries, Rice Krispie treat.
Okay, Rice Krispie treat is obviously kill.
Yep.
Goji berry is because it's a female energy, and then raw chocolate Mary.
The berry is a female?
Yeah.
It's like a Halle Berry. That is like an A+ joke.
That was really good.
That tastes like a leaf.
Coconut butter and cacao butter mixed together 50-50 as a
lube.
Sex oil.
Sexy.
I don't know how to say that more gently.
A sexy oil spread. A lady spread.
Okay, that would work.
Use it as a spread for the lady, who then spreads. For her vagina to be penetrated by your dick that has a sheep condom on it.
This is not going to make it on TV.
You'd be surprised. We're on very late at night.
A tree is actually a miniature spring. It's the same exact kind of setup.
Let's steal some water.
All right.
Found a spring. No big deal.
We're able to get a lot of really good, surprisingly clean and clear water. Check that out.
Obviously, you weren't always this way. You're now obsessed with eating the best things ever, but you grew up.
I grew up on Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops, the worst stuff ever. So I thought, what if I just switched to the best stuff ever?
Yep.
Been doing that for 25 years, and it saved my life.
Here we are, just a couple loons getting water from a park.
You want me to drink this?
Are you gonna? Your eyes just go black. David Wolfe, amazing. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for being weird and trippy as you are, and thanks for sharing that with us.
Right on. Thanks, Pete Holmes. You're the best ever.
You're the best ever. David Wolfe, everybody. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more with David when we do a little profound profane. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So as you might have noticed by now, I love to make really childish and dirty jokes. But sometimes I like to offset that by inviting some of my smarter, wiser friends to come and say something meaningful for a segment we like to call Profound Profane. So say hello once again to my friend David Wolfe, everybody. David Wolfe is here. What's happening? Good to see you. Please, have at it.
Can we make it a little bit more profound in here?
Oh.
I've felt surges of energy and well-being that have caused me to want to live. Sometimes, somewhere, we start to check out subconsciously all the pain, the stress, the emotional turmoil. And so when you feel good all the time, you can actually get into a state where you want to live fully and get rid of subconscious death urges.
Bugs get horny. You just never think about that. Bugs get horny sometimes. It's crazy. You think about a grasshopper somewhere just like, who? Take a look at Jeanette. My bug dick is hard.
You are what you eat. The quality of your food increases the quantity of your energy. The subtle energy of your food can affect your mind. Try eating the best food ever.
Someone's a donut. You know who you are. Someone out there was like, glazed. You vixen. That's our show, everybody. Thank you to David. Woo! Good night, everybody. That was great. Thanks, man.